Hi, and welcome to Health Program Evaluation. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to Phase 1 of your evaluation proposal. Phase 1 is the program description. This description is what sets the stage and provides beneficial information needed throughout this project. In this video, we will review the rubric together, discuss the assignment in depth, and identify common errors. By the end of this video, students will explain how to use and understand the rubric, discuss key points included in the program description, and identify common errors made when creating the program description. Before we begin reviewing the rubric, there are a few important things we need to discuss. First, rubrics should always be signed and attached to the back of your assignment. Make sure you are doing this before class. You should not be scrambling around the classroom trying to get team member signatures the day it is due. When reviewing APA and formatting guidelines, it is important to pay close attention to the details. For this specific assignment, it should be no longer than 6 pages, double-spaced. Only goals and objectives can be single-spaced. When proofreading, make sure to double-check spacing. General formatting and APA guidelines which apply to all assignments include 1-inch margins on all sides. Font should always be 12-point Times New Roman, including the header and running head, a title page, and references cited appropriately in APA style. Before submitting, have multiple team members review assignments to catch minor formatting and APA errors. If you have additional questions regarding APA, I would suggest utilizing Purdue OWL and your APA manual. They are both very helpful. To see additional formatting guidelines, please refer to the technical guidelines page in your syllabus. Key points that should be included in your program description include background information, the need, goals, SMART objectives, activities, and professionalism. All of these are also included in your rubric, which we are about to go over in detail. So this is what Phase 1 program description rubric looks like. You will see on the left-hand side, there is a criteria box. At the top are your point percentages, and then on the right is where you and your team members' initials will be. So right now we are going to cover the shaded purple boxes, which include the program description. So to receive all credit, the description needs to include all of the following components. The program's background, including the stage of development, so is it in planning, implementation, or maintenance phase. You will also need to include contextual factors, which include what is going on around the program. So is there a decrease in funding? Is it volunteer-based? Has it been expanded on recently? What is the political climate, as well as the loss of staff? A description of the need, information about the participants, and so who they are and how they were recruited. Remember, going back to previously in the video, specifics. Detailed description of the program-related activities and available resources. Information is well written, consistent, and thorough and clear. So this is an excellent program description. All of these things are included. As we move to the right, you will see that 1 item is missing, 2 to 3 items are missing, and then information was incomplete. So it's important that you pay attention in what you are including so you receive full credit. So now moving on to goals. It is important to include 3 to 5 goals following the evaluation checklist. You need to ensure that they are consistently written, so using those common terms and language, and they should always begin with 2. Also, one thing to keep in mind is, can this goal be achieved with program resources? So is it realistic? As we move downward in the point percentages, you will see that your goals are either lacking, so you don't have enough, or you did not start them with 2, they're inconsistent, and so on and so forth. So now we are moving to SMART guidelines. For your goals, you should have 3 to 5 objectives for each goal. So these need to be written according to the evaluation checklist and SMART guidelines. Objectives should include knowledge, attitude, and skills and are in chronological order. So that meaning that you are not just asking them to recall information, and that you are asking them how they feel about a certain task or their self-efficacy in a certain task, as well as them proving skills that they have learned. As you move throughout the point deductions, you will see that it starts with minimal errors, significant errors, and then failed to write objectives using the SMART guidelines. Things to keep in mind when writing objectives. Start with time. So every objective should start with by the end of 4 weeks, or however many weeks you expect them to know this. Always include a variety of knowledge, attitude, and skill objectives, not all knowledge objectives. And then make sure to double check that you are including each component of the SMART acronym. So last but not least, we have our professionalism row, and to receive all points, the paper needs to be professionally written with no major errors, common terminology was used, as well as all citations coming from credible health education sources. As we go throughout the point deductions here, you see that paper contains minimal errors, but was overall professionally written, and all citations come from credible health education sources. The next box, we see that there are significant errors or citations did not come from credible health education sources. And then in the last box, you see that there are several errors that distracted the quality of the paper, and citations were not from credible health education sources. So these 5 points you should really count on if you are proofreading and all team members are involved to double check each other. So 2 more things to remember about professionalism are that there are divided sections, making it easier for your reader to work through your program description, as well as expanding on all your information. So if there is missing information and you had room to expand, your reader is not understanding your program 100%. So let us fully understand what is going on in your program. Moving on to the blue shaded box, we have our total points in our deduction rows. So this assignment is 40 points, and if you or your team members fail to follow directions, technical guidelines, or APA formatting, there will be a 10% deduction of total points. So double check each other and proofread before submitting the final assignment. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope it has helped you better understand expectations and overall assignment content. Refer to this video, your assignment description, and the rubric if you have any questions while developing your program description. Thank you for listening. Bye!